what you talking about. Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic.
Commanders Field holds a little more than 80,000, and they have come out in droves here in Landover, Maryland. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Go street. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Mustang 19.
Throwing right away is Daniels. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. You look at this Bears defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Big alert, big alert.
Now Daniels. Man open, here's Jones. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw is Daniels. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Williams. That's complete. Romadunze. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw is Williams. Allen has it, left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw once more, here's Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bears respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. So here are the Bears now as they'll go for 2. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off, and the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on.
He's got a man, complete. And some space here. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze, 29 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Williams going to throw for it. Steps away to his left. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. You look at this Bears defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
To the air goes Daniels. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Daniels looking to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18, right here.
To throw, Williams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Come 19.
To the air, Williams. Caught by Allen. Fancy footwork at the 45. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. To throw, it's Williams. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. So wipe away the big yardage as they say he set foot out of bounds during his route.
And we talk a lot about using the sideline as another defender. I used to get that a lot from my college head coach, Johnny Majors. Use Sammy sideline, as he called it. Force the receiver out of bounds. Your job's essentially done for you.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. To the air once more. Williams going back to Allen. He's got him again. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bears 21, Commanders 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
70 range.
Here's Daniels. Throw left side complete. That's Lane. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Trap 60. Go.
Throwing now is Daniels. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Check smash. 18, right here. 19, Lion.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Daniels going to try the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Tush pushy pump.
Second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Commanders are back within a score.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Allen's got it complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. Williams going to look to throw again. Open man down the field. That's a Dunze. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Allen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Back to throw again. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing again here, Williams. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
Allen, the man in motion left. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now Daniels. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's Williams. He's got Allen. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
To the right side and intercepted.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
To throw is Daniels. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
There he goes left side.
Down the left sideline.
And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Set up. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Hey. Hey, smash. Check. Rocco 80.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. He's got room at the 30. Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Washington.
Kenneth Walker,
49 yards.
and the
Goofy
Commanders
ass
get
thing.
a bit closer.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Daniels going to try and throw for it.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Looking to throw is Williams. Look at the big man rumble.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears are able to extend their lead.
Santos with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
That's Drew Sanders who got in there and dropped him.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To throw, Williams.
And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To the air, Williams.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Allen has it, left side.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
They'll go. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Here we go, set. 79 Broncos. Cut 19. Cut 19. Check smash. Check smash. Panther 11. Panther 11. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bob. Go.
To throw, it's Williams.
Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Caught by Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved up.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Santos now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Daniels looking to throw.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Street, Buffalo 18. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Here's Daniels.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
79 Broncos. Come on, set. Come 19, come 19. Take go.
To the air goes Daniels.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
In motion, the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
Cowboy 80. Go.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's go. 18 Rattler. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here we go. Sack.
Daniels going to throw for it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Williams now throwing to start the drive. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Deron Payne coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
They'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Williams. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He finds his man complete. It's Lane. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Into space at the 45.
And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Now Daniels.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw is Daniels.
Now he's got it. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still
not see your whole ass in the playoffs.
But he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
Washington will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards.
Here's Williams. Throw right side, taken in by Adunze.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Second down and a yard.
Right there. Let's go.
Back to throw. Williams. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Allen. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Throwing again here, Williams.
Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the point after try for Santos. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way that...
They've got his man complete.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Ready? Big alert, big alert. Chop 60, chop 60.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ready? Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer. Say, hey. Check go.
Back to throw. Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lane.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Bears, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.